Hello beautiful people. So first off, to address, I'm starting with no makeup because I'm going to be doing a little updated makeup routine, get ready with me type thing. But I'm really uncomfortable. I literally hate it, to be completely honest. So yeah, just to say, please don't be mean. Thanks. But yeah, this is going to be a little updated makeup routine because I've had a few requests to do this and I thought I would do it in this kind of style, long form, chatty, so that we could have a bit of a catch up because once again I kind of fell off the face of the earth. I've got a few updates. It's June, which is kind of insane. We're halfway through the year and that makes me feel actually like a bit unwell. Anyway, so I'm gonna do my makeup, talk you through it, give some recommendations, all that kind of stuff. And then I have had a couple requests on how I do my hair, but I already did it because I forgot about that. But my plan is to like redo a curl to show how I do it, and then my fringe is currently behind this because obviously I can't do my makeup with my fringe down. I used to get a lot of questions on how I did my bangs. Obviously I don't really have my bangs anymore. I've gone for more of the baby bang. I'm saying obviously, you might not know this. I always speak as if everyone follows me on like TikTok and Instagram as well as here, but you might not. I now have like, I'm gonna say baby bangs because it's very much like a coward's attempt at baby bangs. I just have a short fringe is the like honest version of it. But I feel like I can still kind of show how I styled my bangs previously, because I kind of do the same thing to an extent. So anyway, we'll get to that. But yeah, first we're going to start with makeup. So like the only kind of skin prep that I do, the reason why I keep doing this is because I feel like such an idiot filming this. I have no idea what I'm doing when I do my makeup, like at all. Oh, sun's gone in. Yeah, like I have no idea what I'm doing. I've just kind of worked out what works for me and I like it. So yeah, but I'm scared that I just look like a bit of an idiot doing this, but people wanted it, so I'm gonna do it, and it's fun and it makes me feel like my like 11-year-old self. So skin prep, I literally just use moisturizer. I use the Kiehl's Ultra facial cream. Oh, like other skin prep I guess you could call it is before I do my makeup, like I make sure even if I wash my face earlier, I like re-wash my face because I just feel like sometimes if I've got any like dry skin or anything like that, it just completely gets rid of it and makes my face feel a lot nicer and just helps the makeup go on a lot nicer. I am having really bad skin at the minute. I've always had quite good skin. I've always been relatively lucky with my skin, other than like a couple breakouts here and there, but at the minute it's just not playing ball, just doesn't like me. I think that's why I'm a little bit more uncomfortable sat like this, because I'm not used to seeing myself with bad skin, to be completely honest. Yeah, I have been quite lucky and I've not really ever struggled with that, and so it feels like strange to start struggling with it like in my 20s, although it's very normal and like there's nothing wrong with it. It's just obviously it's a change and it's something to get used to, and hopefully it'll go away. Because let's be so real, like nobody wants to have bad skin. Yeah, it's, and I know that like some people will be watching and be like, oh my god, my skin's so much worse, and like I get that, I don't have it that bad, but it still makes me uncomfortable. So I think my thing is I've always had like T-zone spots. I feel like that's, everyone has that, but I've never had like spots anywhere else on my face, and that's what I'm kind of dealing with at the minute, which is what's making me more stressed. And then I'm stressing about it, so that's probably making it worse. So I'm like not helping myself, but I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. So I have my very large makeup bag. I used to have like a big makeup bag that had like nothing in it, because this time last year I wore like no makeup. I literally would wear like concealer if I had a spot, which I didn't really, mascara, a bit of eyeliner, and then like I would be wearing blush and bronzer and stuff, but you literally couldn't see it. Like I wore that little. Very much the opposite now. Yeah, I've just decided that I enjoy doing my makeup. It's really fun, and that's the main reason why I do it, because I just like the little like getting ready. I just think it's fun and cute, and also like it makes me feel good. I want to feel like a prinny and what, yeah. So I was like looking back on me now versus, there's loads of like little flying around bits and I don't know what it is. I've just cleaned my room, so maybe it's that actually, maybe it's because I've just cleaned, but yeah, apologies. Anyway, right, I feel like this is why I don't do this kind of thing, because I'm just rambling. First up, concealer. I use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Light 1 Chantilly, because I am pale, but I've actually just been on my holiday. That's a little update for you. I've just been to Tenerife with my mum, my dad and my brothers, which was really cute. So I've got a bit of a tan. My freckles have come out, like my real freckles. I don't even know if you'll be able to see them, but they will get covered by my makeup, so fake ones will be drawn on because I like them. But yeah, like even still, my face isn't really tan, so I still keep the light concealer, but then I put loads of bronzer on, so it doesn't really make any sense. Anyway, so I basically put this, well, I say spot conceal, but these days I kind of just put it everywhere. I mainly focus on where spots are, like if I've got, like, for example, I've got a little couple here, but then like my chin is just not great at the minute. Oh my god, nowhere's great at the minute. Anyway, it's fine, it's fine, it's so fine. Sorry about that, my dad rang me. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh well, I've put my concealer on. Now, another question I get quite a lot is what brushes do I use? All of my brushes, pretty much, are from Morphe. So this is just the Morphe concealer brush. That kind of stuff I don't know anything. I don't know what I'm talking about for any of this, but this kind of stuff, like, I don't know. I just bought these brushes. I do like this concealer, but it picks and chooses when it works. Sometimes it's absolutely fabulous and completely covers, and then other times it's just like, well, what was the point in putting that on? The sun is so, like, in and out. It's very cloudy, to be fair. The sun's very, very in and out today. So, life updates. Can't think of any. No, yeah, just been on holiday. I've finished uni, technically, but I still have one assignment due, which was meant to be due last week, but I got an extension, which I'm slightly annoyed at myself for, because I would have been fully done with uni last week, and now I'm not. But circumstances out of my control came into play. So, and by circumstances out of my control, I mean I went on holiday on the week that 2 of my assignments were due, and the one I got an extension for was due 2 days after I got home. But we booked this holiday about 2 weeks in advance because we were doing it as a surprise for my mum. Oh, actually, do you know what? Insert now. Cute little clip of us surprising my mum by getting my brothers to come on holiday with us, which hasn't happened since like 2017. When I was a child, I grew up by the river Lee, and there was something in the water. Now that something's in me, oh, I can't go back, but the reeds are growing out of my fingertips. I can't go back to the river, but it's in my roots, in my veins, in my blood, and I stayed every heart that I used to heal the pain. Oh, it's in my roots, in my veins, in my blood, and I stayed every heart that I used to heal the pain. So I blame it on the river Lee, the river Lee, the river Lee. So yeah, it was all very last minute because of that, but that meant that in the week before I went, I thought I would have like a lot more time to do my assignments because I leave everything to the last minute anyway. So I had all 3 to do. So I had to complete 2 of them before I went away so that I didn't have to do anything whilst I was on holiday. So that I just had to submit them. But I didn't then have time to do the other one, the last one, which is the biggest one, the hardest one. So I would have only had 2 days when I got home, which I probably could have done, but I was just getting really stressed about it. So I applied for a week's extension on it, and they gave me 3. So I can't find my powder puff, sorry. Yeah, they gave me 3, so that hasn't been helpful though, because now I'm just procrastinating even more because I literally don't know what I'm doing, don't know where to start, which is great. That's a problem for me tonight and me for the rest of this week. I'm gonna try and work out what I need to do and try and just make a start tonight and then like slowly work on it rather than leave it till the last minute again. But yeah, So I'm finished with uni. I've not got any more lectures or seminars or anything, just that one assignment. And then I'm done. Which in itself is absolutely insane. What do you mean I've done a year of uni? What do you mean I've done a year of uni? Lily said that to me the other day. She was like, what do you mean you've done first year? Like, me who was never going to go to uni and then decided 2 weeks before that I was going to go. And I love it, to be honest. I mean, I hate this bit, like I hate the assignments, but like who doesn't? That's just a given. I'm excited for next year though, like really excited, to be honest. Hang on, so after I've done my concealer, if there's any bits, like for example, like this spot hasn't covered very well, a little bit on my chin hasn't covered very well, I'll just use powder. I don't know what powder this, Rimmel Stay Matte in 001. And then I'll just like tap a little bit over where hasn't covered and just kind of everywhere on my forehead. And then go back in with a little bit more concealer. Sometimes the powder itself does its job, but these are quite prominent. And like you can still see it if you're looking for it. My thoughts are, I'm not looking and picking apart anyone else's skin, so why would they be doing that to me? Although, actually, positive, the other day I was in Zara with my mum, and I was at the till, blah blah blah, and the girl who was working there just went, can I just say, your skin is flawless? And honestly, it made my day. I think because I've been so insecure about my skin at the minute, for someone to like point it out in a positive way meant so much. And I mean, my immediate response was, oh my god girl, no it's not. So I immediately like shut it down, but then I was like, it's very much makeup, but thank you. And then we had a little conversation. She was like, well, what are you using, because you're doing it well? And so I was like, well, it's nah da 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 da. She was like, honestly though, like it genuinely, you look stunning. So it was really sweet, and it just really made me really happy. So that in itself is a lesson that you're thinking so much about something, feeling insecure about something, other people can't even see it and think it looks good. So, life lesson. Next, I don't like this product, but it's the only thing that I found so far that works well how I want it to. However, Rhode have just done a new drop, and I will be purchasing the second I get paid. So I'm hoping soon this product will be replaced, because I don't like it. It was a gift like a long time ago, probably about 2 years ago, which is not good. But who really uses their makeup for the time it says? Like, no one uses something for a year and then throws it out. Okay, that's not just me. Please tell me it's not just me. No, I know it isn't just me. But anyway, so the bronzer I use, I love a cream bronzer. I don't really like a powder bronzer by itself. But I use the BFF Pink Honey Bronzing Face Frosting in Milky Mocha. I mean, she's like worn down, very much so, because I do use this every single day. I'm not a fan of the like actual product itself. It's not the best, but I just haven't found anything that's better. But yeah, like I say, I've seen that Rhode have just dropped some new bronzers, and I need one because my blush is Rhode, and it's my favourite thing I think I've ever used. This is really bad. I wear bronzer like it's foundation, like it basically covers my entire face, but I like how it looks in the end, and that's all that matters, so it's fine. When I was talking about my brushes as well, for my bronzer and for my cream bronzer and blusher, I use my old brushes because I just don't like how the new brushes like make it sit on my face. I don't know what it is, but yeah, but it upsets me because I have these really ugly brushes in my bag next to all my nice Morphe ones. Like, don't look. But yeah, I put like a big swatch up there. This is kind of embarrassing. This is why I've never done one of these, because this is what I mean, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just kind of slap it on and just, it works. Because I put so much bronzer on my face, I end up having to also put it on my neck. Which I know people say blend down, but that's normally with foundation, not bronzer. I'm embarrassed. And it's okay. It's okay because it works. And then yeah, I literally just, I was gonna say buff it in. This isn't even buffing it in, is it? It's just kind of aggressively. Yeah. Anyway, uni. I'm really excited for next year, even though I know like the workload is going to be very different and it's probably going to be like a lot more. I'm excited for second year generally, because I don't know, I feel like due to a lot of different circumstances I didn't get the most out of first year. Don't get me wrong, I've really enjoyed it, but I could have done so much more. I could have met so many more people. But especially at the start of last year, like, I am annoyed at myself because I basically let myself be, how do I word this? I let my life be determined by someone else, basically, which isn't okay. And I do get annoyed at myself sometimes because I think I'm a much stronger person than I was for a long time. And yeah, so just not a fan of how I behaved when I first went to uni. Not in like, that makes it sound like I was horrible. I wasn't. I just didn't put myself out there at all. And I should have done, in short, because it's meant now that, like, don't get me wrong, I absolutely adore all of my uni friends, but I feel like I could have had so many more friends as well as them, and it upsets me that, like, I didn't put myself out there. Oh my god, hang on, I can't talk and blend this. Yeah, I just feel like I could have done a lot more, especially with like cheer and stuff. I absolutely love cheer so much so that I'm actually coaching a team next year. What insane. I am so excited, but anyway, we'll get back onto that. But I really love it, and I just didn't do enough with it, I think. I mean, after Christmas, so like 2026, I did like try and put myself out there more, but still not enough. Still should have done more. And so that's kind of my, like, not New Year resolution, like second year resolution, is to just do more, put myself out there more, have fun. Like, I went to uni as a bleeding side quest, not even for the degree really, and I'm not even using it to its full potential. So like, I want to do more socials, I want to just do as much as I can, to be completely honest. Meet new people, make new friends, spend time with my friends that I have at uni. Love you all. So that's mainly why I'm excited for next year, I think, because I'm planning to do a lot more. And then yeah, I'm going to be coaching a cheer team. Once I've done my cream bronzer, I go in with the Charlotte Tilbury, stickers come off the back. I want to say it's like the airbrush bronzer. It's just a powder bronzer from Charlotte Tilbury. I feel like they don't have many. But I think it's medium. Like, it's literally come off the bottom. I have no idea what shade or what it is, but and I've hit pan. This is what it looks like. This is like, I feel exposed. Hashtag unaesthetic. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Oh, wait. And then what I basically do is just go over the bronzer that I've just put on with a powder bronzer to try and like lock it in place. Kind of. I think that's what I'm doing. I don't know. And just blend it down a bit more. So like, I blend it a bit further down my head, but my forehead doesn't really matter because it gets covered by my fringe. So, but yeah, so next year I'm going to be coaching the development team, which basically how it works in my uni is we have 4 teams. We have a development team, a varsity team, and then 2 competition teams. And so this year I was on the varsity team, and next year I'm going to be coaching the development team, and then I'm trying out for the varsity team and one of the comp teams. So I mean, hopefully if I get on to either of those teams, I'm going to have a very cheer heavy year next year, because I've just really enjoyed it. And so I thought, why not just do it a lot more? Because the reason why I joined cheer in the first place is because I wanted to get back into dance, kind of, because I grew up dancing but didn't really have the best experience, to be so real. But I always really enjoyed it, but I was never the best, and so I feel like that didn't help, and I very much didn't have the dancer's body. And then when I did, I don't like saying that, but like when I wasn't well and I was at dance, I feel like I started getting noticed more, and that's really, really rubbish. I'm gonna not swear. Really rubbish. And then I wasn't allowed to go anymore because I was too unwell to go, so I had to stop anyway. But yeah, so I've never had the best relationship with dance, but I love it. I love performing. And so cheer for me was kind of getting back into that, but in a different way. And best decision I could have made. I love it, and I love all the girls, and I'm sad that it's not going to be like the exact same team next year. That is sad, but it's nice that I get to like have my own little team, which is really cute. I'm really excited. I always feel like I look slightly insane when I'm at this stage, because like my eyebrows aren't done, I've got no mascara on, and when I have no mascara on it looks like I don't have eyelashes because they're pinned straight, and so I feel like I look like really weird like this. Then my holy grail, I love this product so much. It's the Rhode Pocket Blush in Toasted Teddy. And oh my goodness, it's sensational. It's the best blush I've ever used. Do you know the best part is as well? So my blush before this one was the Rare Beauty, I don't know what this is called, but it was this one. I was using this one like every day beforehand, and I did like this, but I just felt that it kind of separated on my face after a while. This doesn't do that. It blends gorgeously. The colour is gorgeous. Yeah, get on it if you're not already. Once again, I do put quite a lot on, but some may say blush blindness, others may say rosy cheeked. As I was saying earlier, I really want to try the new bronzer that they've got in the same kind of like style. It looks the exact same, it's just bronzer, because this blends so nicely that I think, well, the bronzer must be the same. Second I get paid, that is getting purchased. Oh, again, ugly brush. Ignore the ugly brush, please. Speaking of getting paid, so yes, you do know this, I have a job already. I am a teaching assistant at a children's drama school, which I have been since September, and I absolutely love it. Like, yeah, I love it so much. It's like the perfect job for me right now because, as some of you may know, if you're new like you won't, I'm an actor. Like, that's what I want to do. I want to be an actor. But as everyone knows, it is one of the hardest industries to get into. It can take absolutely ages, to be so real. It can take years and years and years. Yeah, it can take a very long time. And like, I have an agent and all that kind of thing. I'm self-taping and stuff, but my time hasn't come yet, but it will. It will. Manifesting it. But I do genuinely believe that. I think that when something's right for me, it will come to me. That is how I live my life. That is my life motto. And so I'm just waiting for the right thing for me. But in the meantime, I'm doing uni, I'm teaching, but teaching means that I still get to, like, it's still in my kind of world, like it's still in the drama world, like I'm the comedy and drama teaching assistant. So it's still doing my thing, but teaching it. Which, yeah, it's just, I love it, it's really fun. But it's only Saturday mornings, so it's just like not enough money, to be completely honest. And so I started looking for something else. When did I start? I started properly looking mid-May. Yeah, like not that long ago. I was looking for like retail or like a coffee shop or just like something like that. Why is it so hard to get an interview as well? Like, oh my god, like I thought people were being dramatic, to be so completely honest. I genuinely thought people were being dramatic. It is so hard, like so hard. So I had an interview for a coffee shop, but I'm really glad I didn't get it because it was full-time. It was like 35 hours a week, which would have meant like no summer for me. So blessing in disguise really that I didn't get it. And then I applied for a retail job, which was like my perfect retail job. And I thought, oh, it's too good to be true, like I won't get it. Interviewed, got the job. So I now also work in retail, which like most people say is horror, but I had my first shift on Sunday. I loved it. It was absolutely rammed because it was a Sunday and it's like a big shop. I loved it. Genuinely loved every second of it. Everyone has kind of said that does make me slightly insane, but I don't care, I loved it. And I know that like novelty will probably wear off, but I'm basking in it whilst it's still here. To be so real. But yeah, I filmed a little vlog of my day on Sunday, which I'm gonna upload on TikTok after this has gone up, because I wanted to just have like a proper catch up before I just like dropped like new job. So yeah, that's probably up either the same day as this or the day after. So if you haven't seen that already, go check it out. So now I have 2 jobs, which is crazy. You'd have told me this time last year I had 2 jobs and I was at uni. Wow. A lot of other aspects of my life as well if you'd have told me that. No way would I have believed you. So a lot has changed for the better, shall we say. So they're like the big updates, which is, yeah, exciting. So then I occasionally use this. More if I'm going like out is mainly when I will use this, but for the purposes of today, like I'll just show you. So like normally this would be my main base done for like every day. But then if I'm going out, I use the Rare Beauty bronzer stick in Happy Soul. This one. I just put just like a little bit there. I feel like it looks really unblended when I'm actually like looking at myself on the screen now. It looks really unblended, but in real life it looks blended, I promise. This I basically, it's gone really dark again. This I basically use to just accentuate my cheekbones because I have quite prominent cheekbones. That's one of my features that I actually kind of really like about my face. One of the only ones. But yeah, and so I just use this to kind of blend it here to give nothing, apparently, because today it's just giving nothing. Okay, saving nothing. But yeah, usually I maybe haven't put enough on, I think probably not, but I basically just blend it like this, and it usually just makes my cheekbones a bit more or maybe it has worked, I don't know. Anyway, that's like the aim of it, but it also just makes me more orange, which I love. Then next I use the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Beauty Light Wand Easy Highlighter in Pillow Talk. Well done, Blaze. And I used to use this like on my like cheekbones. I don't know if it was this or if it was the like my other blush. It used to kind of make it separate a little bit, so I'm not the biggest fan of that, and I do just kind of like my base as it is. So I just put this just on the end of my nose. A little shiny nose moment. I bet it's gonna rain. They look like rain clouds. Blend it in. Just gives me a little shiny nose, which I quite like. I take my eyelashes and my eyebrows very seriously these days. My eyebrows I never used to do because they're very dark, and so I've never filled them in. But I just used to leave them. But then I got the Refi brow gel for Christmas and I did them and I was like, oh my god, my life has changed. I actually like how my eyebrows look. But my brows are so stubborn that they don't go where I put them. I had a brow lamination and they usually last about 6 to 8 weeks. It lasted 4 weeks. Because they're that stubborn. I think I am going to get another one done because my mum said it might just be that like a couple times it'll make it work better. Dunno, hope so. But yeah, it's gone really, really dark. And that's making my blush look unblended. But in real life it looks blended, I promise. I pinky promise. But yeah, anyway, the order that I do this is a bit weird. So what I do is I curl my lashes once. So let me do that. But I need to be like up close and personal with the mirror, so bear with. So I do one curl, yeah, on both. They haven't curled very well. But, so I do my one curl and get like just like a bit of a lift. And then I go on to my eyebrows. So yeah, like I said, I use the Refi Brow Sculpt in clear. Maybe I need to get the like coloured one, like the brown one or something, because I feel like I do get a bit of residue. But then what I do, let me pop my mirror back up there so I can see. I basically just like try and fully coat my brows. So what I was trying to explain very poorly is that I'll do one curl, I'll do my brows, and then I'll go back to my eyelashes. I don't really know why. I could just do them straight away, but I don't know. The double curl method seems to work for me. I saw a girl on TikTok do it a while ago because, like I say, I have really stubborn eyebrows but also really stubborn eyelashes, and they just don't curl well. And some mascaras just don't even work on them, like they just drop immediately. I've found 2 that are really good, which I use now. Yeah, for the most part, they're just not great. It's definitely gonna rain. There's a huge grey cloud in the sky. Also, I might be late to the game here. Did anyone else know that was there? Because I've only just found this out and I feel really late to the party. But little comb, it's class. I like my eyebrows these days really fluffy and like stuck up and spiky, which a lot of people hate. My brother said to me a couple of weeks ago, you look like you've gone like this on your face with a tea towel. So, and I was like, thanks Riley, thanks a lot, appreciate it. But I like how they look when they're like that, so it's fine. I basically try and mimic like a brow lamination, stick them up, but yeah, they're literally already moving. That's how stubborn they are. And like I have seen how much people rave about this brow gel, and because it is amazing, but that in itself tells you how stubborn they are, because everyone raves about how sensational this brow gel is and it still doesn't even hold mine. It's gone so dark in here. Then I just put like extra gel on like that. I just let that like go a bit tacky. A bit like, you know, when you're putting falsies on and you have to like wave it about. But yeah, I just like leave it for a minute, let it go a bit tacky. And then I literally just use my finger and push them up to how I like them. I'm gonna actually grab. Because I find that they just stick better when I can brush them to like exactly where I want them with my finger. This is what I mean. I feel so exposed, unaesthetic. But yeah, that's how I like them. Spiky. But unfortunately, this like doesn't last me all day. I just have to constantly keep like brushing and pressing them, which is really annoying. And I am going to try and get another brow lamination and see if it helps. If not, just gonna have to keep spending money on my brow gel and using like literally like one a month. Back to lashes. So I did my first curl and then I now do my second curl. Try and get as close to the root as possible. And then, yep, that's a good curl. I always check because if not, I'll do another one. Then I use the Refi Lash Sculpt in black. And I love this because it's got the curved applicator brush, I don't really know, and I do an initial coat, just a light coat of that, and then I go over the top with the L'Oreal waterproof telescopic mascara. This is amazing. So is the Refy, but this is waterproof and it just, they don't budge, especially for me who has such straight lashes. This keeps them up and curled where I put them. One eye done. I just think it makes such a huge difference. Like, I couldn't be one of those people who does like a full beat and no mascara. I just look a bit insane. I'm trying to think if there's anything else going on. Oh my goodness, I got invited to the coolest event with Hollister and I was on holiday and I couldn't go, and I've literally not stopped thinking about it. I'm still upset about it. I can't do this eye. If my lashes would hold it, I'd keep it like that, just a nice light coat, but they don't, and they'll drop if I don't go in with my second coat. There we go, there's top lashes all done. So now, before I do my eyeliner and bottom lashes, I want no judgment, okay? It's time for freckles. I used to use these, like this is one of those little, where you like squeeze it in and then dot it, but they just run out so fast. Or one of these, same thing, you just dot it on. They just aren't good enough. So instead, I use fake tan. I want to receive no judgment for this, okay? Because if you try it, it works. And it works better than any of the little thingies that you can buy. If you take anything from this video, be it this method of fake freckles, so I just use the really cheap fake tan, the Scent Marits, squirt a little bit onto my mitt, get a fluffy old makeup brush, dab the top so that it's like that, then dab the excess off, and then just dab it on, and then tap it with my finger so that they don't look really like pronounced, like a dot to dot on my face. And this is because I like a lot of freckles and my freckles get completely covered by my makeup, and so doing the same thing, by the way, just putting a little bit more on and then dabbing off the excess. This is the best way I found to make like as natural looking as possible. And I did actually have someone the other day ask me if my freckles were real, and I was like, they're real underneath, but the ones that you can see are fake. And I explained my method because she was like, oh my god, like the same thing happens to me, they get covered by my makeup. And so this is the best way that I've found to do them. I used to do this when I was in high school, but I had a really tiny little like eyeliner brush that was just like, I'd do like one individual freckle at a time, and I never used to tap them in. You probably, if you've been watching me for that long, you'll remember them because it was like a dot to dot on my face, and some may say it still looks like that. I disagree, I think it looks good, but to each their own, not everyone's a fan, I am. But yeah, I only do them really on this bit because I just find that it looks a bit silly on me if I try and do them on my forehead and stuff, and my forehead's never out. So it looks so different on like the screen than it does in real life, which is really annoying because it makes it look like really unblended when it's not, and also like it makes my eyebrows look really light when in real life they don't look that light. Oh well, it looks better in real life, just take my word for it. This is a really great makeup tutorial, isn't it? Are you enjoying it? Yeah, I'm so glad. Now I do my eyeliner. I use the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Grip Microfine Brush Eyeliner. The one with the red lid is the only way that I know how to like decipher it. Yeah, me and my mum have been trying to book a holiday for the last 24 hours. Hang on, I need to do this and I'll be back. I do get a lot of questions on how I do my eyeliner. The best way I can explain it, what I've done here, is just a line from the corner of my eye out, just a very little line. Just like slightly out and like up like that. And then I go from the point of that line and drag it in, but I don't go across my whole eye, I just drag it to like, I just kind of blend it into my lashes. I can't explain it, I just kind of do it. Let me try and do it so that you can see. Could you see that? I don't know, let me move a little bit closer. So yeah, I just dragged it from the like point of the line in, and then I just fill it in. Then I'll do the same on the other side. And then really carefully, because this can go very easily wrong, I'll just like add a little point on the wing so that it's not just like a chunky wing. I try and just make it a little bit more of a like defined little point at the end. Like that. That didn't go very well. They're never symmetrical, never match, but they're as close as I can get them, and that's okay. They're quite good, but yeah, they're never identical. Then for my bottom lashes, I use the L'Oreal mascara because it's waterproof, so it doesn't like rub off onto underneath my eyes. So that's my main base done. If I was going like out and I needed this to last a long time, whereas I don't today because this is makeup for the house, but if I needed this to last like all day, if I was going out at night or whatever, I would use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist and just spray that all over, let it set. Then the star of the show, I believe anyway, is my lip combo. I love it. I literally love it. I've never found anything that is as gorgeous. So I use this liner, which is like a Pillow Talk dupe, I would say. I don't even know if it is. I just think it looks the same. I was out and I needed a lip liner, and so I bought this, and then I've never used another one since because it stays on. It's the perfect colour that matches my lipstick, and yeah, so I think it's absolutely stunning. But it's Catrice Plumping Lip Liner in Starring Roll, if anyone's interested. It's like £2.50, so it's even better because it's not the price of Pillow Talk. I do slightly overline, but only in my Cupid's bow. I like the look of just like a straight round lip rather than following the actual line of my lip. But I don't like overline. Hang on, you'll see. Like that. I just like round it off. And then what I like to do once I've done like the actual line is, I don't actually know how to explain it, so I'm just going to do it and then try and explain. So basically, I fill all of my lip in and just leave like the little middle section unlined. And then my lipstick of choice is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Sensational, the best colour ever. Basic, I know, but like it works. That's kind of it. Sometimes, usually if I'm going out, I'll put a gloss over the top, and if I'm doing that, I will use, the actual one I use is downstairs in my bag, but it's the Pillow Talk gloss. This is just the regular gloss, which I don't mind, but the one that I love is the Plumpgasm gloss, because it's plumping and it's gorgeous, to be completely honest. It's stunning, and because it matches the lipstick as well, it just makes it a lot nicer. We'll put a little bit of this one on. And then I like to just, especially if I've got gloss on, just go back over just the top and the bottom. But yeah, that's the finished makeup. Kind of chaos, not really aesthetic and cute and whatnot, but it works and I love how it looks. So that's all that matters. Next is hair. I'll give you a little rundown of what I do. But first, I'm just going to go and wet my fringe. Because I've had it under this headband, it'll have just sat weird. So I just wet it and re-dry it and then style it because it just works better. So let me just go do that and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've wet and dried my fringe and then I'm just going to stick these on, let them heat up. I'm also just going to comb these curls out. Ideally, I would do this with a wide tooth comb, but I don't have one and my brother isn't here. I can't use his, but I just, straighteners ready, brush through them because it makes them a little bit fluffier and a bit just less like ringlety. I say that it kind of hasn't because I did really tight curls for some strange reason this time. They will drop, and also if I do them like this, then I get like a day or two out of them rather than just a day, which is quite nice, and they always look nicer on the second day. Oh, the rain finally came. But yeah, I like it quite big. So I'll start with my fringe. Basically, this works for both bangs and a fringe because I do the same thing that I used to do when I had bangs. I style it the exact same way. There's just like one change. So my biggest tip would be when you're drying your hair or drying your bangs or whatever, dry it like a fringe. Like, don't dry it separately. Try and get rid of the like prominent middle part that stops it from like going out like that. So first I'll take the middle section and just do that, just like curl it under. It's really hard to explain. Then I'll take the side section, do the same thing, and then I'll take a bit of a bigger middle section and then just like kind of comb it out, see if anything needs anything else. So for example, I think that the sides need a little bit more, then maybe the middle needs a little bit more. Then grab a comb and then just like comb them out so that they sit nice. So for me now, this is done because I'm wearing them as a fringe at the minute. But what I used to do is the exact same thing. I then just follow my middle part find the part and then literally just push the middle bits to the side, and that's it. It's the exact same way of styling. I would literally, yeah, just split it in the middle and push them to the side, and then usually use my comb to just brush them to the side. But yeah, literally nothing different, the exact same. But I've had a lot of questions on how I do my hair, so that's bangs slash fringe. For curls, I curl it with the straighteners, and I'm just going to redo a piece to show you how I do it. I'm going to take this, get my straighteners. Right, I'm going to do it in slow motion. I take it like this, clamp it, twist it round, and pull it out. And then next curl. I'll do another one. I'll try and do it super duper 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 slow, but it's really hard to do slow. So same on this side. This side though, I wouldn't go like under. I'd go over, clamp it, twist it round, pull, and you got a curl. They're very bouncy, and the thing to make them less bouncy is don't turn it as many times. So like if you just want a loose wave, just half turn. Double turn is like a big bouncy wave like that. Yeah. And then what I like to do is curl it before I do my makeup, then it gives it time to like settle, and then comb it out, basically like what I've just done. But yeah, and then at the minute specifically when I have curls, to give it a little bit more volume, this is just like normal, but I like to just take the little back section and just kind of flip it over. It doesn't really do much, I just like how it looks. But yeah, that is my updated makeup routine all done for you, and a little bit of a hair tutorial on my curls and bangs slash fringe. But yeah, I hope that this was helpful or you just enjoyed it. I liked the chat, to be honest, because I feel like I've not given an update in a while, especially not on here. It's been a while. I feel like that's all I ever say, and it's so frustrating because I love doing YouTube so much, but I've just been really unmotivated with it and don't really know what to film. I put a little questiony box thingy on my Instagram story the other day asking for any suggestions or recommendations of things that you want to see, and I did get some requests. This was highly requested, which is why I've done it. So I think I'm going to do that more often, just see what you guys want to see. But as always, please comment down below if there's anything in particular you want to see. I know I've had this commented a few times, so if you have wanted it, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that it was, I don't know, helpful. That feels really like ridiculous to say because, as I said, I just kind of slap it on and hope for the best. I enjoyed it. I've missed filming, I've missed talking to a camera. I have a couple ideas that I'm going to try and get out. I'm going to try and be more regular, but it feels ridiculous for me to say that now because I say that every single video and then drop off the face of the earth. But I am really going to try because as I feel like I touched on it and then got distracted. I got invited to a really cool event whilst I was on holiday and I couldn't go, and it was a bleeding film screening. Like, what? I can't actually believe that I'm saying that. Like, I've been invited to a film screening. What? Honestly crazy. And I really do not have a very big following at all. It's like, especially over here. I think there's like just over 1,000 of you. But I love all of you so much. I've just hit 20k on TikTok, which is very exciting. But yeah, I really don't have that big of a following. And so it never occurred to me that I would ever get anywhere with it, really. And so it's really cool that like I'm starting to get opportunities and stuff like that, working with more brands. It's so freaking cool, and yeah, so I want to do it more because I love it so much, and that is all I ever wanted. I feel like that's every 13-year-old girl wants to be the girl going on brand trips and getting PR, and I'm starting. It's starting. Oh, Betsy's barking. But yeah, so like I am really gonna try as hard as I can to just push myself and film and not be like scared, because I kind of get scared when I've not done it for a while. I get scared that I'm not gonna be able to do it, or I get scared that like it's cringe, but I don't care. I've embraced my inner cringe, and I have kind of cured my social anxiety a little bit, not fully, but like I've very much worked on it a lot, in the sense that I've just adopted the mindset of it's more embarrassing to be embarrassed. I used to vlog in public and like hold it down here and just like not, it would just look rubbish, but if you do it with confidence, that's less embarrassing. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, that's how I kind of think about it. And one of my friends asked me the other day like for like tips on like how to do social media and stuff, and I think that is my biggest thing. Like 99% of the time you are never going to see the people who see you doing your thing ever again. Like they're all strangers who you're never going to see again. So even if someone does give you a funny look, one, you're never going to see him again. Two, they're probably jealous. And I know that's a big thing that people say a lot of the time, like, oh, they're just jealous. I genuinely think it is, because they probably want to be doing what you're doing and don't have the confidence to do it. Just ignore them. And like, I've gotten to that point now where I am quite confident filming in public, but then I don't do it for a while and then I get scared. So I'm going to try and stick with it and stay confident. It is my summer now, and so I'm going to try and just spend a lot more time doing like the stuff that I like, and that is filming and vlogging and making videos. So yeah, I do hope that I stick to it. But as always, I need ideas, because a lot of my videos like in the last couple of months have been like vlogs and like uni vlogs and stuff like that, and so I'm a bit stuck on what to do when uni's not happening. So ideas are welcome. I have been filming for like an hour and a half, if not longer, so I've got a lot of footage to go through and get this edit up. I hope that you've enjoyed, and in the meantime I'm much more active on TikTok and Instagram, which I will put on the screen at the end if you want to go and check those out. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed, and thank you so much for all your support. As always, I love each and every one of you, and I will see you all very soon. Love you lot, see you soon.